Hello Internet, my name is Amelia. I am a 32-year-old trans woman from Kansas City, Missouri. I am actually trying to start doing a video series upload here on YouTube to showcase my transition and me actually, going about these things. I actually have been wanting to document these kind of things for a while, and I've just been really bad at it. I really regret not being better about it. I mean, I have plenty of photos and stuff like that, which I'm sure one of these days down the road I will actually get into. But for now, I just wanted to start with my first kicking off video here. Hopefully it would be a nice way to get started with the channel. Maybe hopefully get some followers, I hope, because I'm cute. So anyways, my first video I actually want to talk today about was my personal experience with Aldi. Now, for you of those who live in either other countries or areas of the United States where you don't have Aldi, Aldi is, I'll just briefly go over what Aldi is to the best of my knowledge. I did not research this beforehand. So Aldi is actually a German grocery store chain, technically. They are the successor of it, I guess you could say. Their predecessors started back in Germany. It's Aldi Nord and Aldi South, hopefully I didn't just butcher that language. I apologize if I did. So anyways, these Aldi South, I believe they came to the United States and they were the ones who started the Aldi chain as we know it. And then the other one was the one who's actually behind Trader Joe's. But I'm not going to get into that. So Aldi they're just little small grocery stores. They keep their expenses low. They try to make their groceries reasonably priced. I didn't know of them until maybe 10 or 15 years ago when my parents started shopping there. But there has been quite a dramatic shift in the kind of quality of product they offer. So let's hope that kind of sums it up enough for you, or you are somebody who knows what I'm talking about. So Aldi is a place I have been shopping for a very long time now. Well before I began my transition, which was about 9 months ago now. Actually, just a few days ago was my 9-month anniversary. Yay me! So anyways, I have always noticed something very unique about Aldi. I mean, I guess you could almost say that Aldi has been there through every phase of my transition. For the first couple months of my transition, I was actually wearing this really disgusting wig. I should probably share a picture of it, which I don't know, I might do that, we'll see. If it is, it's floating here on the screen somewhere. And it was mostly because of how I felt about my hair, which I will get into in another video about my hair and how that goes. But something that actually happened was, I think, about roughly in January, February, I ditched the wig finally, and I started actually wearing my own hair. So the earlier experiences during the winter here in Kansas City, which can actually get pretty decently cold. We get cold and black ice, but not a whole lot of snow. And here I was early on. I remember seeing employees who had seen me earlier back in the past. It's one of those things you go in quite often and you're like, oh yeah, I know that person. I know that person. I know that person. And a lot of them start seeing me, and I could tell that they started having this look in their face like some of them actually recognized me. And surely somebody walking in with this grotesque blonde wig is gonna leave an impression for them week after week, after every time I came back. So that was kind of the early on experiences with my local Aldi right here in Kansas City. There's about 3 locations that I generally visit. My main one was right here. There's 2 other, I guess would be the better term for it. So eventually I ditched the wig and things went on. Well, the first thing that I guess I really want to get into in this video is the fact that I don't know if this is the same across the country, but I always come to find that Aldi is a very common place for them to sir and ma'am their customers. They seem to, I almost feel like corporately, it must be something they promote their employees to do. So anybody out there who works for Aldi or corporate that might have an answer for me on that, I would appreciate knowing further. Because I noticed that Aldi does it. Even when I have gone to LA or Chicago, it seemed like I always constantly saw this very high number of sirs and ma'ams going on around here. And that's especially interesting considering here in Kansas City, people don't actually sir and ma'am as much as they do in other places in the country. I don't know if it is something locally or what. So, something that really quickly changed for me is I actually stopped getting sirred. I was sirred all the way up till about, I mean, almost every time I went in, I was getting sirred. I think it was roughly about, as soon as I put on that grotesque wig, that they stopped sirring me. And I appreciated that. It was at least comforting to know that the cashiers were smart enough not to sir me anymore. However, that has continued for the last 9 months. Every time, I know I'm probably going to get those comments on a video like this talking about how I'm not passable. I get it, okay? I don't expect that I am. Obviously, I have had my passing moments, which are very euphoric for somebody like me, who has gone through the things I have, but I do know my downfalls. I don't go around pretending I don't. So the point is, though, is that you would think somebody like me who has changed as much as I have, that eventually I would grow out of that middle section. And these employees who are very religious about sirring and mamming would eventually catch on that this person is changing. I don't know. It's a very awkward thing to me. I literally was just at Aldi an hour ago. That's actually what kind of inspired me to finally make this video. I've been trying to think of a subject for a while now. And it was actually the visit before this that I actually had the most kind of dysphoric experience at Aldi. I went in and literally waiting in line with like 5 people ahead of me. And all 5 people, ma'am, sir, ma'am, sir, sir, ma'am, whatever. And then finally I get up there, nothing. It's just a, how are you doing? And I was like, okay. By the way, if you're hearing me out, that's my cat. Yeah, it's Jessie. Okay, she's not. Apparently that was just her wake-up noises. So I get up there and there was nothing. Now, again, I'm really used... She's still going. Okay. I was very used to it by this point, but as time went on, it's kind of gotten to the point where it's like, come on now, when is going to come the point you're going to start mamming me? I'm coming in, like, I'm not even dressed head to toe like I am sometimes when I go out in public. Sometimes I've gone into Aldi so covered in makeup and wearing a dress and my hair up right to such a degree that it's like you cannot deny that I am, at least, I don't know, you can't deny my feminine appearance. I mean, alright, you really think I'm going to be offended if you ma'am me? I don't know. So, anyways, I finally got up there, and it was so funny because I had a small purchase. I check out, nothing was really said, and then I get done, and then I go out, and then she's just like, she never said anything, just the, have a nice day. And then as soon as the person behind me comes up, she goes, how are you doing today, ma'am? I actually felt like I wanted to call her out on it and just be like, can I just get a little bit, I know it's so rude. It's almost like the opposite of them sirring you and then getting mad at them. well, not the opposite, but kind of in that same range where you're like, excuse me, it's ma'am, which I really disagree with that. I think it's a horrible thing to do to somebody who misgenders you. That's why I never do it to anybody. Again, another subject we'll get into. I have plenty of stories about that. So, yeah, having it happen every time has not been great. I've many times just want to sit there and after I get done my transaction, finally look at them and just be like, why do you not ma'am me? Because I hear you, and it wouldn't even be that big of a deal if I actually heard them not doing it as often, like if other customers were coming through and I was hearing it kind of an on and off thing. But the fact that I can literally be shopping and I'm hearing sir and ma'am through the store, and I know that they did it, not to mention they served me a lot before I started my transition, it really starts making you wonder, what is wrong with me? I mean, as somebody like me that experiences gender dysphoria, it does really make you start wondering, what am I doing wrong? I honestly think if I can remember correctly, I think there was a time I actually went into an Aldi wearing a clip that said I use she and her, and I still didn't get ma'amed. I mean, I'm legally transitioned now as well, and I have a debit card that says my name on it, and I'm pretty sure I've had cashiers catch my name, or somehow, I don't know. I mean, I'm ranting now, and I don't want to actually do that. So, don't take this wrong. I understand, and I've had a lot of people actually tell me, wouldn't it be better not to be gendered at all? Yes, it would be. But again, as I've said, in an environment where they didn't do it as often, it wouldn't bother me as much. But the fact that they do it constantly does start feeling a little awkward. So, I don't know. It does start bothering you. So, I hope somebody can concur with my feeling on this. Hopefully, well, ambulance sound just says I'm about ready to wrap this up. So yeah, just my shopping experience at Aldi is not negative, but it doesn't feel absolutely positive. Now, general ways that I am taught, I'm treated around there, just kind of goes into my general way I'm treated in general around Kansas City, which again, will be a subject for another video. I do honestly have a lot of content we can actually talk about as the time goes on. So for now, I want to wrap this video up. Hopefully you enjoyed my little rant. Sorry, I didn't mean to be ranting, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to subjects, interesting subjects. So anyways, next time, I hope to hear from some of you people. By the way, I do actually have a Twitter. I've actually had it for a very long time. My handle is actually barelyamelia86. Hopefully we have it on the screen there. So I'll check you out we'll check on you next time. Bye.